Good evening. This is All India Radio. I am Nishit Kumar, and with me is VC Pramod with the evening news. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi asserts India is leading the world in the field of startups, addresses Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio. Women's self-help groups render great service to the nation, says the Prime Minister. Prime Minister calls upon people to maintain dignity of Char Dham, Amarnath, Pandharpur and Jagannath Yatra pilgrimage sites. Prime Minister to release benefits under the PM Cares for orphan children tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. via video conferencing. External Affairs Minister honors the memory of those who have made the supreme sacrifice in the cause of peace on the International Day of United Nations Peacekeepers. In Jammu and Kashmir, police shot down a North Korean drone carrying heavy cache of arms ammunition from the Pakistani side at Kathua district. India's foremost documentary film festival MIF 2022 begins today. And in IPL cricket, the summit clash between Gujarat Titans and Rajasthan Royals is underway at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today expressed pride that the number of unicorns in the country has reached 100. Addressing the nation in his Mann Ki Baat program's 89th edition on All India Radio, Mr. Modi said that the total valuation of these unicorns is more than $330 billion, which amounts to more than 25 lakh crore rupees.
एक यूनिकॉर्न यानी कम से कम 7,500 करोड़ रुपए का स्टार्टअप. इन यूनिकॉर्न्स का कुल वैल्यूएशन $330 बिलियन यानी 25 लाख करोड़ रुपयों से भी ज्यादा है. निश्चित रूप से ये बात हर भारतीय के लिए गर्व करने वाली बात है. आपको यह जानकर भी हैरानी होगी कि हमारे कुल यूनिकॉर्न में से 44 पिछले साल बने थे. इतना ही नहीं, इस वर्ष के 3-4 महीने में ही 14 और नए यूनिकॉर्न बन गए. इसका मतलब यह हुआ कि ग्लोबल पैंडेमिक के इस दौर में भी हमारे स्टार्टअप्स वेल्थ और वैल्यू क्रिएट करते रहे.
The Prime Minister said the average annual growth rate of Indian unicorns is more than that of the United States, the United Kingdom and many other countries. He pointed out that Indian unicorns are diverse and are operating in many fields such as e-commerce, fintech, edtech and biotech. The Prime Minister emphasized that the right mentoring is very important in the startup world. He said a good mentor can take a startup to new heights and guide the founders towards right decision. Mr. Modi mentioned Madan Padaki, who created a platform named One Bridge in 2014 to promote rural entrepreneurs.
एंटरप्रेन्योर्स को बढ़ावा देने के लिए 2014 में वन ब्रिज नाम का प्लेटफॉर्म बनाया था. आज वन ब्रिज दक्षिण और पूर्वी भारत के 75 से अधिक जिलों में मौजूद है. इससे जुड़े 9,000 से अधिक रूरल एंटरप्रेन्योर्स ग्रामीण उपभोक्ताओं को अपनी सेवाएं उपलब्ध करा रहे हैं. मीरा शेनॉय जी भी ऐसी एक मिसाल है. वो रूरल, ट्राइबल और डिसेबल यूथ के लिए मार्केट लिंक स्किल ट्रेनिंग के क्षेत्र में उल्लेखनीय कार्य कर रही है. मैंने यहाँ तो कुछ ही नाम लिए हैं, लेकिन आज हमारे बीच मेंटर्स की कमी नहीं है. हमारे लिए यह बहुत प्रसन्नता की बात है कि स्टार्टअप के लिए आज देश में एक पूरा सपोर्ट सिस्टम तैयार हो रहा है. मुझे विश्वास है कि आने वाले समय में हमें भारत के स्टार्टअप वर्ल्ड के प्रगति की नई उड़ान देखने को मिलेगी.
Mr. Modi urged the listeners of Mann Ki Baat to find out which women self-help groups are working in that area and collect information about their products. On the topic of cleanliness, the Prime Minister said the holy pilgrimage of Char Dham in Uttarakhand is currently underway, and it is sad that filth is being spread by some pilgrims in Kedarnath. He, however, said that there are many devotees who are worshipping in the Dham of Baba Kedar, as well as cleaning the area. Mr. Modi said that Tirth Seva is as important as pilgrimage, and without Tirth Seva, a pilgrimage is incomplete. The Prime Minister said that along with Char Dham Yatra, many yatras are nearing, including Amarnath Yatra, Pandharpur Yatra, and Jagannath Yatra. He called upon people to maintain the dignity of these pilgrimage sites. The Prime Minister said Environment Day will be celebrated on the 5th of June. He said there is a need to run positive environment campaigns.
कुछ दिन बाद ही 5 जून को विश्व पर्यावरण दिवस के रूप में मनाता है। पर्यावरण को लेकर हमें अपने आसपास के सकारात्मक अभियान चलाने चाहिए। और ये निरंतर करने वाला काम है। आप इस बार सबको साथ जोड़कर स्वच्छता और वृक्षारोपण के लिए कुछ प्रयास जरूर करें। आप खुद भी पेड़ लगाइए और दूसरों को भी प्रेरित करिए।
The 8th International Yoga Day will be celebrated on the 21st of June. The theme for this year is Yoga for Humanity. Mr. Modi urged everyone to celebrate Yoga Day with great enthusiasm and also take necessary precautions related to COVID.
कोरोना महामारी ने हम सभी को ये एहसास भी कराया है कि हमारे जीवन में स्वास्थ्य का कितना अधिक महत्व है और योग इसमें कितना बड़ा माध्यम है। लोग ये महसूस कर रहे हैं कि योग से फिजिकल, स्पिरिचुअल और इंटेलेक्चुअल वेलबीइंग को भी कितना बढ़ावा मिलता है। विश्व के टॉप बिजनेस पर्सन से लेकर फिल्म और स्पोर्ट्स पर्सनालिटीज तक, स्टूडेंट से लेकर सामान्य मानवी तक सभी योग को अपने जीवन का अभिन्न अंग बना रहे हैं। मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि दुनिया भर में योग की बढ़ती लोकप्रियता को देखकर आप सभी को बहुत अच्छा लगता होगा।
Messages of Prime Minister's Mann Ki Baat program hogged the attentions of the listeners of Telangana. Vani, a student from Kalher village in Medak district, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi explained interesting information about yoga and its spread across the world.
Indians have owned yoga as their way of life, and today Narendra Modi has addressed Mann Ki Baat as it's not a particular thing to do, and it should be noted in everyone's timetable in a daily manner. And also he also suggested the people to gather with surrounding people and perform some yoga asanas, as it will be helpful for their own health. And it is also celebrated not only in national wide but also across the world, like Japan, China. So he felt very happy, and he felt proud by seeing all these celebrations across the world.
Roja from Vanaparthi district of Telangana was overwhelmed to know about Rambhupal Reddy from Andhra Pradesh, who donated his retirement benefits for the cause of girls' education.
My name is Roja from Vanaparthi. Today I watched Prime Minister's Mann Ki Baat program, out of which I'm really impressed about Rambhupal Reddy Garu from Andhra Pradesh. He donated all his job wealth to girl education post his retirement. This is really a great and surprising thing. Also, he opened an account for 100 girls under Sukanya Samruddhi Yojana and deposited more than 25 lakhs. This is really inspiring for everyone, and I really appreciate his contributions.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will release benefits under the PM Cares for Children scheme tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. via video conferencing. Prime Minister will transfer scholarships to school-going children. A passbook of PM Cares for Children and health card under Ayushman Bharat, Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana will also be handed over to the children during the program. PM Cares for Children scheme was launched by the Prime Minister on the 29th of May last year to support children who have lost both their parents or legal guardians or adoptive parents or surviving parent to COVID-19 pandemic during the period from 11th March 2020 to 28th February 2022. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will interact with beneficiaries of about 16 schemes and programs spanning 9 ministries and departments as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebrations on the 31st of this month. The national-level event named Garib Kalyan Sammelan will be held at Shimla, where the Prime Minister will directly interact with the beneficiaries through video conferencing.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana PMMVY is a centrally sponsored DBT scheme with the cash incentive of ₹5,000 in 3 installments being provided directly in the bank or post office accounts of pregnant women and lactating mothers. A women beneficiary of this scheme from Doda district told AIR News.
मेरा नाम सलोनी बेगम है। मैं डंडी 1 की रहने वाली हूँ। जब मेरा पहला बच्चा रहा, बहुत तकलीफ होती है। आज के इस जमाने में बहुत महंगाई है, बहुत खर्चा होता है, दवाइयाँ बहुत महंगी है। तो जब ये आंगनवाड़ी हेल्पर मेरे घर में आई, उन्होंने मुझे इस स्कीम के बारे में बताया। उन्होंने मुझे आधार कार्ड, अकाउंट नंबर, मेरे हस्बैंड का आधार अकाउंट नंबर लिया और पहले 1,000 मिला, फिर 2,000 मिले, फिर डिलीवरी के 3 महीने बाद 2,000 और मिले। तो इस स्कीम से बहुत फायदा हुआ। मेरे हस्बैंड ऑटो चलाते हैं, तो बहुत महंगाई थी, इन पैसों से सहूलियत हो गई।
Union Minister for Finance Nirmala Sitharaman said that the central government is focusing more on funding and infrastructure development in the entire northeastern area for better connectivity. The Finance Minister informed that the Union government is giving emphasis on development of the national waterways in the country for their immense possibilities. The government is also developing the infrastructures of waterways for seamless connectivity, as waterways can provide cost-effective logistics services. The Union Minister was addressing the valedictory session of the 3rd Natural Allies in Development and Interdependence NADI 2022 conclave in Guwahati today. Union Home and Cooperative Minister Amit Shah laid the foundation stone for the new International Sports Complex in Naranpura area of Ahmedabad city this evening. This ambitious project will be completed in the next 30 months in 20.39 acres of land at a cost of 631.77 crore rupees. Speaking on this occasion, Mr. Shah thanked the Prime Minister Narendra Modi for allocating the requisite funds for this ambitious project. He said that this world-class sports complex will boost the sports and athletics activities in the children and youngsters. He said that Sardar Patel Sports Complex near Narendra Modi Cricket Stadium at Motera and other such facilities will also help organize international sports events like Olympics in Ahmedabad. Mr. Shah said that Gandhinagar Lok Sabha constituency represented by him will be the most developed constituency in the country by 2024. Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting, Sports and Youth Affairs Anurag Thakur and Gujarat Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel also spoke on this occasion. AIR Ahmedabad correspondent reports that Home Minister Amit Shah also inaugurated and laid foundation stone of several projects in Godhra and Kheda districts earlier in the day.
You are listening to the evening news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi asserts India is leading the world in the field of startups. Addresses Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio. Women self-help groups render great service to the nation, says Prime Minister. Prime Minister calls upon people to maintain dignity of Char Dham, Amarnath, Pandharpur and Jagannath Yatra pilgrimage sites. Prime Minister to release benefits under the PM Cares for orphan children tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. via video conferencing. External Affairs Minister honors the memory of those who have made the supreme sacrifice in the cause of peace on the International Day of United Nations Peacekeepers. In Jammu and Kashmir, police shot down a North Korean drone carrying heavy cache of arms ammunition from the Pakistani side at Katwa district. India's foremost documentary film festival MIF 2022 begins today. And in IPL cricket, the summit clash between Gujarat Titans and Rajasthan Royals is underway at Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts.
सिनेमा प्रेमी हो जाओ तैयार, आया है फिल्मों का त्योहार। 29 मई से 4 जून तक लगातार सपनों का शहर लाया आपके लिए उपहार। देखिए मुंबई इंटरनेशनल फिल्म फेस्टिवल ऑनलाइन भी ऑफलाइन भी। पंजीकरण कराएं www.miff.in पर।
अपने बिजनेस को बढ़ाने के लिए लीजिए आकाशवाणी का सहयोग और दीजिए उसे बुलंदियों के पंख।
आपका बिजनेस लोकल है या राष्ट्रीय, आकाशवाणी देती है उपभोक्ताओं तक पहुंचने का हर विकल्प।
और अब तो आप घर, दफ्तर या दुकान पर बैठे बैठे कर सकते हैं आकाशवाणी के किसी भी केंद्र के लिए विज्ञापनों की बुकिंग।
आकाशवाणी के विभिन्न चैनलों पर विज्ञापन देना सुलभ और सस्ता।
बुकिंग है तो संपर्क करें 8700014242 पर।
8700014242।
Welcome back. You are tuned to the evening news on All India Radio. The private plane that went missing in Nepal today with 22 people on board, including 4 Indians, was found at Kowang in Mustang. According to information provided to the Nepal Army by locals, the Tara airplane crashed at the mouth of the Lamche River under the landslide of Manapati Himal. Nepal Army said they are moving towards the site from the ground and air route. The Indian Embassy in Kathmandu said that the search and rescue operations were underway and that it is in touch with the families of Indian passengers on board. An emergency hotline number +977 9851107021 was provided by the Embassy for more information. The International Day of UN Peacekeepers is being observed today. For the past 2 decades on this day, UN peacekeepers, also known as the Blue Helmets, are remembered by the world for their role in promoting security, peace and stability. India has played a key role in UN's peacekeeping operations. It sent doctors and nurses to Congo in 1960 and then an all-women team to Liberia in 2008. UN resident coordinator in India, Shompi Sharp, lauded India's role and said its core democratic ideals and values are a testimony of its capacity.
India actually is, we look historically since the beginning across time, India is actually the largest troop contributing country of all. This is really, really fundamentally important to understand. And today, India is the third largest active troop contributing country, uniformed personnel in the world, with over 5,500 uniformed personnel currently serving in UN peacekeeping missions. So that's really a tremendous recognition, let's say, of India's commitment to the UN Charter, to the values of the UN peacekeeping, to really helping to ensure consistent, steadfast international peace and security.
To listen to the full interview of Mr. Shompi Sharp, tune into FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 10:30 p.m. onwards tonight.
In Jammu and Kashmir, the police shot down a North Korean drone carrying a payload from the Pakistani side in Haryachak village under the Hiranagar sector of Kathua district in the early hours today. AIR Jammu correspondent reports that the police recovered 7 magnetic bombs and an equal under-barrel grenade launcher, grenades from the payload. Following information about drone activity in Salli Haryachak on the international border in Kathua district, a police party from Rajbagh police station was being sent regularly to the area. Today morning, the police party noticed a drone with a payload attachment coming from the Pakistani side and opened fire, bringing it down. A bomb disposal squad was soon called in to examine it. National Council for Teacher Education has launched an online portal to streamline the entire process of recognition of teacher education programs of higher education institutions and teacher education institutions. The application for the recently launched 4-year integrated teacher education programs will be processed on this portal. It aims to provide an automated, robust framework, thereby enhancing accountability, transparency and ease of doing business.
In Jammu and Kashmir, Army and police have recovered around 44 kgs of narcotic substance from Bagyaldara village near the line of control in Poonch district. An official spokesman said that the narcotics heroin was smuggled from across the border and was recovered by a joint team of Army and J&K police during a search operation in the forest area yesterday. The search operation had been launched 3 days ago on the specific inputs regarding presence of terrorists and smuggling of some arms and ammunition. The narcotic substance had been properly sealed and packed in polypacks. The value of this consignment is said to be more than Rs 50 crores in the international market. And now let's listen to a special program, Azadi Ka Safar, highlighting the importance of the day during the freedom struggle.
Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav.
Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. Birth of a Nation. India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
29th May is the birth anniversary of freedom fighter and journalist Kanhaiya Lal Mishra Prabhakar, who was born in Saharanpur in 1906. During his college days, Kanhaiya Lal left studies and jumped into the freedom struggle. He spent many years in jail. As the country got independence on 15th August 1947, Kanhaiya Lal started his newspaper titled Vikas the very same day.
Writing was not just a medium of entertainment for Kanhaiya Lal. He used to write for the moral development of the society.
Once Nehruji asked Prabhakar, "What are you doing nowadays?" To this, Prabhakar replied,
"Panditji, now our country is focused on constructing bigger and taller dams and buildings. Structures built of bricks and mortar are becoming taller than humans. There will come a time when the nation will need great leaders. I am busy writing literature that will help nurture leadership in the future.
Mishra published several books. Deep Jale, Shankh Baje, Mati Ho Gayi Sona, Nai Peedhi, Nai Vichar are some of his notable works.
Kanhaiya Lal continued to work for the people of the country till his death in 1995. AIR News salutes the great nationalist.
We also remember freedom fighter Lok Ram Nayan Ram Sharma, who died on 29th of May 1933. A journalist by profession, Lok Ram used to write nationalistic articles, which were many times banned by the British authorities. He also participated in the Salt Satyagraha.
Lok Ram was born in 1890 in the Sindh province. He had a special interest in the Sanskrit language. Due to this interest, at the age of 15, he went to Varanasi with his friend Guru Das to study Sanskrit. While living in Varanasi, he was introduced to anti-Bengal partition agitators. By the time he reached Sindh back in 1907, he was full of nationalistic sentiments. In his hometown, he associated with prominent Sindhi leaders Choithram Gidwani, Jairam Das and Daulat Ram. Lok Ram was instrumental in helping convene the Congress session in Karachi in 1931.
Lok Ram's writing strongly supported national aspirations. He formed a cultural organization called Ras Mandali. Then he started publishing Sindh Bhaskar, a letter in Devanagari script instead of Arabic script. After some time, its name was changed to Hindu. The British government imposed a ban on his letters and confiscated the press. Lok Ram Nayan Ram Sharma went to jail several times, due to which his health deteriorated and he became ill. He died on 29th of May 1933. We salute the great freedom fighter.
We also remember independence activist Somay Soren, a resident of Santhal Parganas, Jharkhand, who took active part in the Quit India movement of 1942. He was arrested for his anti-British activities and imprisoned in the Dumka jail. He died during imprisonment on the 29th of May 1943. We salute the great martyr.
We also remember martyr Isa Muhammad, who took part in the First War of Independence in 1857. Muhammad was captured by the company's troops in the course of an engagement. He was sentenced to transportation for life on 29th of May 1858. Muhammad was shot dead in 1859 while trying to escape from the detention. We salute the great son of the soil.
That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.
The 17th Mumbai International Film Festival for Documentary, Short Fiction and Animation Films MIF 2022 began in Mumbai this evening. The festival has got an overwhelming response from filmmakers across the world, receiving a whopping 808 film entries from 30 countries. The best film of the festival will receive the Golden Conch Award along with a cash prize of 10 lakh rupees. Addressing the gathering through a video message, Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Thakur said that MIF introduces the film directors from the world over to each other and to share their ideas, and also provides a forum to make the vision of the filmmakers more comprehensive.
मास्टर क्लास कार्यशालाओं, आपस में संवाद सत्रों और खुले मंच और व्याख्यान प्रदर्शन के माध्यम से प्रमुख फिल्म हस्तियों से मिलने और उनसे जुड़ने का अवसर भी मिलेगा। फिल्म जगत को भी और मुंबई इंटरनेशनल फिल्म फेस्टिवल के आयोजकों को भी और जो आज यहाँ पर सब मुंबई इंटरनेशनल फिल्म फेस्टिवल में जुड़ने आए उनको भी बहुत कुछ सीखने का और आपके अनुभव से बहुत कुछ जानने का अवसर भी मिलेगा और मुंबई इंटरनेशनल फिल्म फेस्टिवल को मेरी बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं।
Inaugurating festival, Commerce Industry Minister Piyush Goyal said that it is a boon for film industry that low-budget movies are getting due importance.
आज के दिन लो बजट फिल्म्स भी बहुत बड़े बड़े सफलता देख रही हैं। उरी द सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक आई थी, बहुत बड़ी बजट नहीं थी, एक वास्तविकता को लगभग फिल्म के रूप में और उसमें जो लिबर्टी ले सकते हैं वो लिबर्टी लेके, क्योंकि पूरी जानकारियां तो शायद फिल्म मेकर्स को हर घटना की नहीं मिल पाती है, पर वो जब बनी थी तो उसने एक पूरे देश में एक लोगों के बीच में उत्साह पैदा करने का काम किया। ऐसे ही हाल में कश्मीर फाइल्स एक लो बजट फिल्म थी, लेकिन हम सबको फिर एक बात याद दिलाया कि कैसे इतनी बड़ी घटना हुई थी और एक लो बजट फिल्म ने एक बहुत बड़ा कीर्तिमान प्राप्त किया और पूरे देश में एक नया मैसेज दिया कि कैसे हम सबको मिलके एक दूसरे की चिंता करनी है।
Renowned documentary filmmaker and film historian Sanjit Narvekar was conferred with the V. Shantaram Lifetime Achievement Award by Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal. Our correspondent reports all the screenings of the films will happen in the Films Division complex, which has state-of-the-art auditoria.
Union Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal, while addressing at the inauguration of the 17th Mumbai International Film Festival, urged Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting Dr. L. Murugan to institutionalize the contribution of Melody Queen, late Lata Mangeshkar, to the film world and Mumbai. He said more focus should be given on animation films. The minister said Warner Brothers, Disney, Marvel and other big production companies should come to India and make films. He expressed confidence that on the basis of the talent in the field of photography, script writing, acting among others, India will make its name world over. This will also provide employment to millions of youth, he said. Renowned documentary filmmaker and film historian Sanjit Narvekar was conferred with the Dr. V. Shantaram Lifetime Achievement Award by Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal. Kunal Shinde, AIR News, Mumbai.
In the IPL final, Rajasthan Royals were 71 for 2 in 10 overs against Gujarat Titans at the Narendra Modi Stadium, Ahmedabad, when reports last came in. Earlier, Rajasthan Royals captain Sanju Samson won the toss and opted to bat first.
Indian Council for Cultural Relations 10 Days Program, Gen Next Democracy Network, concluded today. In a closing ceremony, 27 delegates from 6 countries, Ghana, Bangladesh, Peru, Nepal, Brunei and Norway shared their experiences of visiting India. On this occasion, Member of Parliament of Ghana, Samuel Nate George, stressed that India's culture, language and people are amazing. And now let's have a look at the weather forecast for tomorrow. The national capital Delhi will have partly cloudy sky with possibility of development of thunder lightning. Temperature will hover between 28 and 41 degrees Celsius. Mumbai will have generally cloudy sky with light rain or drizzle. Temperature will hover between 28 degrees Celsius and 35 degrees. In Chennai, sky will be generally cloudy with light rain or drizzle. Kolkata will have partly cloudy sky with possibility of moderate rain or thunderstorm. Srinagar will witness thunderstorm with rain. Jammu will have partly cloudy sky becoming generally cloudy towards afternoon or evening. In Leh and Gilgit, sky will generally be cloudy with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. Muzaffarabad will have partly cloudy sky. In Hyderabad, rain or thunder showers would occur towards evening or night. Bengaluru will have generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. Thiruvananthapuram will have generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. In the northeast, Guwahati, Shillong, Itanagar, Aizawl, Gangtok and Agartala will have generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi asserts India is leading the world in the field of startups, addresses Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio. Women self-help groups render great service to the nation, says the Prime Minister. Prime Minister calls upon people to maintain dignity of Char Dham, Amarnath, Pandharpur and Jagannath Yatra pilgrimage sites. Prime Minister to release benefits under the PM Cares for orphan children tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. via video conferencing. External Affairs Minister honors the memory of those who have made the supreme sacrifice in the cause of peace on the International Day of United Nations Peacekeepers. In Jammu and Kashmir, police shot down a North Korean drone carrying heavy cache of arms ammunition from the Pakistani side at Kathua district. India's foremost documentary film festival MIF 2022 begins today. And in IPL cricket, the summit clash between Gujarat Titans and Rajasthan Royals is underway at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad. And with that, we end the evening news. Good night.